Well, hello everyone. Look who finally came back to play. Okay, before we get caught up into all of this right here that we're looking at, I would like to give you a quick update. And that is we are all healthy. We have a shelter over our heads. And I would like to touch on Riley a little bit. Her surgery went fabulously. She's walking, everyone. The doctor, after 2 years of several surgeries, she is walking beautifully. She has herself this, it's like a hot pink cane that she uses, but those feet are flat. She's putting one in front of the other. We still have quite a bit of physical therapy that needs to be done, and maybe a possible one more surgery in the future, but we'll just see how things go after the physical therapy. Okay, where are we living? In the United States, in the state of North Carolina. So we are in the tri-state area here in the Carolinas. And just getting used to everything. And as you can see, okay, we have this home here that's saying, I'm dirty. I'm very dirty, and I've been empty for several years. Nobody has lived in this home. So sometimes we like to judge the book by its cover, right? I'm going to show you how that's never a good thing to do, and how I always see the beauty in everything. So that being said, let's begin, shall we? Okay, so as I stated just a few moments ago, this house has sat empty for several years. It's under a canopy of trees. We have bamboo everywhere. Quite a bit of yard cleanup still needs to take place. But Bev just could not handle this dirty walkway any longer. So the only thing I am willing to do this far on the outside with this home is this walkway. Look, I know there's more path underneath here. But we have birds and squirrels, and we even have a squirrel that its tail never grew. So it just has this little nub, and it comes by every day. So there's wonderful different animals out here that like to come and play with us. But as you can see, we have quite a bit of mildew. Look, even on the door, it's just covered. We have mildew and black mold and bugs, and we had to get a raccoon out of the garage, and because again, this home has sat empty for, well, I guess probably about 8 years. So this is a challenge, okay? Challenge accepted. We're going to make this sweet little home happy for one last time, because it is getting ready to be demolished. Not sure when, but I know in the near future. So let's go ahead and make her smile one last time. So I have this product here that I purchased from Lowe's. It's very strong, and I'm just putting it everywhere because you're getting out of here, mildew. Gone. Can't handle it. Cannot handle the molds. I just want to, when I come home, be able to come up into a clean walkway. So just giving it a good spray. And then we purchased just a little simple power washer from Craftsman. This stuff is strong. It's already pulled the mildew off of the front door, which I will be painting. Okay, so the front door will be changing. Then I just have this power washer here that, so it was a hot day and I was out here barefoot. Probably not a wise idea with all this nastiness, but it's okay. And as you can see, we have quite a bit of moss out here, but not the pretty pin cushion moss. So it has to go. And down here at the end, like I thought, look, there is more path. I knew it. It's just, you know, all the weather and it just sitting here. This is kind of relaxing, you know, power washing. And very rewarding when you see all the grime coming off, right? Black mold everywhere. Now, the chippy goodness, I can deal with that. Now, will things get painted in the near future? I'm not quite sure. And look at this. I'm telling you, I always can see the beauty in everything. She is going to be a gem to decorate, and I am so proud to say that I will be giving her her very last smile, because unfortunately the owner is going to be demolishing this home to put a new home in its place. I added some mats here on the steps. These were purchased from Ballard Designs. And you know, whenever you add the touch of black to things, it really brings everything to life, right? Makes everything just pop. As you can see, I brought some of my boxwoods and the planters. And I have a couple hydrangeas up at top. I will be adding in more flowers, but for now I'm really putting concentration on the inside. And this mat, she's absolutely adorable, right? I will be putting a link in my description box below for those of you that might be interested. This is called Mrs. Powers. It's entryway mat. And again, I will share a link in my description box. But such a fabulous whimsy entrance when you have that mat out in front of your door walking into your home. So I have these three small ones here, and then Mrs. Powers up at top. And I couldn't be more happy with how it's clean. Better for now. I have a few plants here. We'll work on the landscaping later. I just wanted the clean walkway. Okay, so now we're coming on inside, and we're going to start a fabulous haul. Starting with this cute little, it's a vintage chest. The party I purchased it from, he was so excited it came to us. You know, it's all about the stories, right? When I purchase my pieces out there, and this was the young man that I purchased this from. It was his grandmother's, and she lived in a one-bedroom apartment in New York, and she loved this piece. So he wanted to make sure that it was going to a good home. Here's it opened. Now this will go into my living room. And I just plan on putting, maybe a quilt or two in here, or I like to switch out my pillows quite often, so some pillow covers. But it has that chippy goodness, right? Like the front patio. That aged chippy goodness. It has that beautiful English cottage painted scene on the front. And then I have this basket, another Facebook Marketplace find. And as you can see, the strap is not, it's not in working order, but that's an easy fix. But I like the folk work, the needle work on the top part of the basket. And the green matches perfectly with this chest. I'm telling you, these pieces find each other. That's just, that's all I have to say about that. And next I have another basket. This one I am almost 99% sure it will go on my front door with some sort of arrangement in there. And again, I will be painting that door in the near future. And this is from Ballard Designs, quite large in size. Endless possibilities with this piece. So I think what I'm going to start doing here is just filling this trunk with different baskets. And this is a sweet little girl right here. She had an oil and vinegar set in her, but I will be using this in a different way. Not quite sure yet. And because we are in a new home, we had to buy new curtain rods. So because we are renters for right now, I decided to, many things are going to be budget friendly. Now I am going to be collecting pieces that are not so budget friendly, but those will be staying with me lifelong, right? Because I'm a collector of memories. I'm not a trendy girl at all. So I purchased 2 of those curtain rods. I have shared these before. I'm going to go ahead and share them again because I will be using these in my living room and dining room. And I found they're vintage at JCPenney's many years ago, and these are still out there. They can be found. I found mine on Facebook Marketplace. I love the long, I'm at loss for words, but like the handles where they hang from the curtain rod. And then down below, I'm trying to work this. It's fallen all over the place. It has like scalloped edges. They're just beautiful panels to work with. So I'm just giving you a look of, how I'm piecing things together, how I will be piecing them together. Next video will be decorating and possibly another haul, because this table right here, it will be my new dining room table, and it's from the 1860s and came from England, and I have a wonderful story to share with the table. But for today, we're just doing a haul on top. And this paper I have linked in my Amazon storefront, but it's been out for quite some time. But I wanted to give you the company name and the name of the paper for those of you that might want to try to find some. This one has not been used yet. Now, if you remember Lord Baxter, this was behind him. This was the paper behind him at our other home. So I just have it pulled out so that you can really, get a good look at the size of these decorative paper sheets. Has that aged look, the greens, goes well with the paint color. Next video, I'll take you around, and the painting's coming along fabulously. I am exhausted though, because I'm color drenching. So I'm painting from ceiling all the way down to the baseboard. This next item was purchased from French Blue. For those of you that might be in the North Carolina area, she is located in Apex, and her storefront literally, it takes you to France. because that's where she goes. She goes and collects all these pieces from the markets in France and has them shipped back in containers. And her storefront will not disappoint you. Make sure when you visit her, let her know the little blue fly sent you on over. She's just a wonderful, wonderful woman. So again, I'm collecting older pieces and then newer pieces. Some fanciful and some not, because I like to get that nice balance, that balanced look of comfort. I have some grapevine wreaths. I have not worked with these for some time. I did purchase 6 of them from Merrifield Garden. Because believe it or not, we're still bringing items from Virginia over. We're not finished yet. As you can see, my hands and my arms, because we're doing so much work here at the house, I'm really just chipped and scuffed up. Like an old shoe. Now we have quite a few boxes to unpack. Okay, this was a splurge. Yes, it was. But the many memories are going to be made with these Williams-Sonoma dishes that I am about to share with all of you. They will be used every Sunday because now that we're here in the Carolinas, my son is here. So all my children, minus our sweet Anthony, we're all going to start gathering on Sundays for Sunday dinners. So I don't care what we have going on in our lives, Sundays must be at Mom's house. All of us gathered together, just having just good food and just love and memories with the family. So I have these blue and whites. They are spode. I do see here that it was made in China. I do try to get it where they are made in Europe because the lead content is down, and that's always a good thing. But it's okay. It's not like we're going to be biting the plates. These were made in Portugal. Love the lemons, right? We always have to keep the lemons around for Anthony. And then the blue and whites with the whimsy green pattern from the lemon plates. So I have dinner plates, salad plates, dessert plates, a couple platters to place the food. Oh, just look at those two together. The bowls, they're kind of big, so we won't be placing those on a salad plate. A dinner plate, sure. And then adding this touch of whimsy. Look at that. It's everything. So we're going to build a few of them here right now. And then we have this little lemon napkin ring. And then maybe you, all of you can let me know what setting you prefer. I'm going to build 4 of them. We're going to have fun with these. So again, in the items that I'm working with and collecting, I'm making sure that it's something that speaks dear to my heart, right? Because I will be keeping them lifelong. And then we have the lemons, 2 lemon plates on top of the blue, the English blue. I'm so excited over here. Look, the lemon topiary. I love that one, that dinner plate. Look at the blue and that whimsy green just surrounding. Right? And then add another on top. I'm really liking that one. So we have 3 of them so far. And then how about we just work all with just the lemons? Let's just work with the lemons. So again, I purchased these. It was a bit of a splurge from Williams-Sonoma for Sunday dinners with the family. And if they stand the test of time, hopefully the children will keep these dishes. And there's all the lemon, the whimsy, or some like it when I say whimsical. See, still, you cannot put the blue bowl is just too big. So we have some wonderful tablescapes coming up because in my next video, I will be sharing you cannot even find this pattern. It's a Minton pattern from the 1800s. And I will also be sharing the table from the ground on up. And there's the 2 platters. I couldn't be more happy with this setting. The children know how Mom likes to do things, so I'm looking really forward to all of this. Again, I'm thrilled to have all my children. My son, he's just 10 minutes away. That's it. Now, we're going to add in touches of the gold and black. We'll always work with touches of gold and black. These are beautiful vintage finds. I'm finding different stores around. So I have a pair of these. And they just, as you can see, when you add in the black and the gold, it takes it to another level, right? But again, when I decorate, when I look for pieces, I'll get something that, is really, looks very rich. And then I'll bring it down with something that's just a little bit more cozy. This was purchased from the French Blue store in Apex. It's very heavy, has a nice good weight to it. And I have a couple other pieces that I purchased along with this one. Again, all these items, she handpicks them in France and brings them back. And I mean, how many of us really can make it there? And maybe I will. Sooner than later. I'll just keep it at that. I'll say no more. Because I know no more. If I did, I would share. Okay, so here is another decorative paper. Has the gold touches. This was purchased from French Blue as well. And I love working with these pieces. Just brings a different texture, different level, a different comfort feel. Now, this came from the French Blue as well. She stated that this piece and the next piece, they were removed from a very old chandelier in France. And and she had more there in her storefront. I wanted to buy them all, but these were a bit of a splurge. And again, you're not going to find items like this in the United States. And then when you do, they're just almost untouchable. They really put a high price on them. Placed it down by the other one. And this look at this. This was on a chandelier. Just to, when I find pieces like this, I always, if only I could have had, an evening all dressed up in such place that had chandelier pieces like this. Oh, it must have been something else. This can be turned over and used as a vase, or some like to say vase. Again, endless possibilities. I'll probably be using these in Sunday's video because Thursday and Sundays, I forgot to mention that, are going to be my posting days. And I'm going to try to make sure that I always do. I'm going to be very consistent. That's why I waited this long. These are green tree taper candles, because I want to make sure that I stay consistent for all of you on Thursdays and Sundays. I have quite a bit of new items, so this is the first of 3 hauls. Okay, we have these soaps. I wish you could smell them. If only we had smell-o-vision. Fabulous. I purchased these from French Blue as well. You know, I might even have a pop-up video here and there because I have so much to share and do. I'm sure you guys wouldn't mind that too much, would ya? I've been gone for so long. I love this patina book. Look at this. If only, right? If only. Never know. Maybe one day. But I have purchased several books. I'll be sharing more of them. But I wanted to have the haul with the Williams-Sonoma dishes first, because we're going to start using them on Sundays. So most of my items, quite a few of them I did sell, but I kept, quite a few as well. I'll share a link for this candle, Southern Peach Tea by Porch View Home. Everything. It's everything. And the little wicker container is just as sweet as can be. I'm really into the wickers right now, the whole basket feel of things. Then I have some matchsticks. This is a nice one. I'm trying so hard. I hope I'm doing a good job. Not to show my hands, because they really, I'm telling you, they do. They look like old shoes. I'm not even kidding. Working so hard. But I cannot wait to open up the home to you. And next video, it will be the dining room and the living room. So I purchased these old vintage frames. I found these on Etsy. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to place these one night, Sunday dinner, on top of a plate, one of the plates, and ask each family member. I'm going to have, so for those of you that know a site that has all these old landscaping prints that, they're not too expensive, they fit the budget. If you know of anyone, any site, any link, please send them over to me, because I want to place these frames on everyone's plate during dinner. And then we're going to do a little craft and put a picture in each one of our frames, and then I'll place it up on the wall somewhere. I thought that would be fun to do with the family. Of course, something decorating, right? Anyhow. It feels so good to be back. I thank you all for being so patient. I mean, almost 4 months, right? You're so patient with me through this whole process. And I thank you so much. And all I can tell you, for those of you that are even renters, I'm going to be having so many ideas for people who are renting out there right now. Very inexpensive things to do. showing the back. These are wood. This one's a wood one. So I purchased 3 of them. Again, thank you so much for being supportive of me, watching the videos while I was gone. Please give this a thumbs up because we need to get into the algorithm. If you have not subscribed, I invite you to do so. Have a wonderful day, everyone.